Today's video is a little different to my usual content. This is a reflection and an appreciation for the lives we have now thanks to the men, women and even animals who served in World War II. I feel there's a lot of information and resources are shared about what life was like in 1940s in Great Britain and the US especially.
But what about here in Australia? We took a lot of influence from the British, but I'm curious to what it might have been like here in Australia during World War II. So today I'm going to dig a little deeper, and what better time than around Anzac Day, in which we reflect 110 years since the first Anzac Day held in 1916. During the Second World War, Australians did not suffer the miseries and privations that many other populations in other parts of the world did have to endure. But the war did still have a profound impact on Australia on the home front.
World War II commenced in 1939 and ended in 1945. In 1942, the nation Australia experienced attacks on its own soil for the very first time, and the Australian people faced fear and uncertainty as Japan advanced in the Pacific. The government implemented a wide range of measures in preparation for a total war situation and for national security. The urgent need was to increase available manpower for the services and weapon production. On the grounds of national danger, resources were increasingly marginalised under government control, and civilians accepted to surrender many of their individual rights.
People on the home front were expected to make economic and social sacrifices for the war effort. The Curtin government launched a campaign of austerity in August 1942, and the home front propaganda pushed the concept of equality of sacrifice. People were expected to work harder, avoid luxuries and waste. Despite the difficulties and hardships experienced on the home front, many Australians remember this time as a sense of unity, a time where people worked hard and pulled together.
Some key facts that you might find interesting is that Australia had 5 prime ministers during the 6 war years. Almost 1 million Australians served in World War II, with only having a population of 7 million at that time. Lastly, food and clothing rationing was implemented in 1942. Rationing in Australia was less severe than Britain, but let's have a look and see what you might have accessed for food. Let's compare the two countries. Could you live off this amount of food?
Here in my town of Toowoomba, there is a quiet reminder of a time that once was, and is now almost forgotten. Here is one of the air shelters that was built during this time. It stands here as a trace of a past era and a time that we often overlook. For me, I feel like we can draw upon the past for inspiration for the future, making do, recycling, and using resources more wisely. While it was tough times back then, I don't want to imply I want to go and live in that era. I just think we can learn from the past for the future world we want to live in. It highlights and shows a friendly reminder that sometimes simplicity is best, resilience is key, and appreciating what you have turns into gratitude. Sometimes we don't need more stuff to be happy. Maybe take this reflection as an invitation to look back with understanding and to consider how the simplicity of the past might help us do things better for the future world, and how we move forward in life in a more intentional way. So thanks for watching, and thanks especially to the men, women and animals who served during World War II to allow us to have the lives we have today. Thank you.